Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Gunstar Heroes for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. In this game, you control a pair of commandos known as the Gunstars to stop an evil army from stealing a whole bunch of gems from awakening an evil power to take over the world. And if you leave the game running long enough, you get this little demo screen that I've never seen before. That basically tells you what it is you need to do. And you also get a little bit of backlog here. You get a little bit of backstory here. For one of the levels. And then you get a demo. So as you can see, this game is kind of like Contra. And to be fair, Treasure which developed this game, is a collection of ex-Konami employees who left the company because Konami did not want to embrace their original game ideas. And so they formed their own little splinter company known as Treasure, and they ended up creating games such as Gunstar Heroes, Bangai-O, Sin and Punishment, Mischief Makers. I believe Alien Force is one of them. I can't remember the name of that one game, but it's basically all bosses and controls much like this one. I'll probably remember the name of it in the next video, but basically you have to stop an army from stealing a couple of gems that, when used together, summons an ancient power that will let them take over the world. And you can choose between one of two characters. Both characters do play differently. I'll be playing as one of the characters. I may play as the other one eventually. I may do multiple playthroughs of this game. I don't know. I'll just do this one for now. But anyway, I might as well go to the options menu here real quick and show off the controls. I'm going to keep the difficulty at normal for this one. I may play this game at higher difficulties. One day, maybe. And if I go to configuration, we can see what the buttons do. A lets you select between your weapons, B lets you shoot, C lets you jump. And there are other controls that I will mention along the way as well. For now, though, I'm just going to go ahead and exit. And from here, I'm just going to start a one-player game. First off, we can choose between Red, who has a free shot, which allows you to move while shooting, and Blue, who has a fixed shot. You cannot shoot and move at the same time if you're playing as Blue, even though he's clearly wearing red because we're on the one-player side. Fixed shot is Blue, free shot is red. That's the characters' names. I'm going to be playing with free shot, so I'll be playing as red. There are a slight control differences besides being able to move and shoot at the same time between the two characters, and I will mention them when the time comes. In the meantime, I'm just going to be focusing on this little part here anyway. So press C to confirm. We can press... oh, B doesn't let us back out, so we got to be sure about our selection. And we can choose from one of 4 weapons to start the game with. Force is your default Contra-style machine gun shot. Lightning is an even faster one that can fire through enemies, but does come across as a little bit stronger, I would believe. Chaser is your little default homing shot. It does come across as a little weaker, but it does follow enemies, albeit slowly. And Fire is your flamethrower, and you can use that in close combat. When combined with other weapon types, you can do some pretty interesting things with them. And I will mention weapon combinations again when the time comes. I'm going to start with Chaser. It will come in very handy with the first stage that I'm going to play. And from here, we can select the first 4 stages in any order. The Professor and Yellow, who are at the bottom of the screen, will give you descriptions of the stages that you currently have selected. For this one, we're going to the Ancient Ruins, and Pink's mining machine has dug up a gem that can be used to summon an evil power. We gotta get that gem back from her, and we gotta stop Pink. I'm going to go ahead and play this first. I might as well go ahead and play them from left to right, even though you can play them in any order. And yeah, Professor gives us even more information on the stage that we are about to play. They're attacking the villagers here, and we need to save them. And from there, we go to the screen. So we already know the basic controls just from being in the options menu. You can aim in any direction you need to. You can even aim downwards if you are in midair, which is cool, because enemies will be coming out ad nauseum. They never run out. And if you need to pick something up, you can just hold down and press B when you find a power-up. By picking up another chaser icon, we get a stronger, faster homing shot that will tear through enemies in far less time than just the one. And there's this guy who appears in every stage. It's a good thing I got this. And there's some health down in B. We get 15 extra health. And now we got Papaya Dance. This thing will shoot out bombs, and it will also summon this creature called the Mother Ant, which will come after you slowly, but you can shoot it down. That number that's running out in the center, in the top center there, that was the boss's health. I brought it down to 0, so it got destroyed. And those birds give out power-ups. Sometimes it will always be health, other times it will be a random weapon power-up. And yeah, you want to be careful what you pick up. So that way you have like a weapon that you need. And you may not always get the weapon that you want or need. So just keep that in mind. Also, this guy is here again, apparently. More health. And I'm surprised I'm not being killed so far while doing the worst job ever at explaining anything. But we do have to be careful as we go up this pyramid here by just jumping to the right over and over. If an enemy gets close, you can grab and throw them by pressing B. And I wanted that health, but for some reason it ended up above the robot bird enemy and I couldn't get it. Okay. But we got another enemy here. Bravo Man. Spinning Driver and a Dragon Punch. Thankfully, I have a powered up Chaser. I have both weapons as Chaser. So therefore, I can just keep aiming upwards while trying to avoid this guy. Ow. And ow. As long as I can keep shooting at this guy, I don't have to worry about him healing himself. Yes, Bravo Man can heal himself. And I can never get the timing of these jumps right to avoid the kicks, but thankfully I never got hit up until this point, so I had more than enough health. And once you beat Bravo Man, you start sliding down this pyramid. You want to stay a little bit right of center and hold up while shooting the Chaser. So that way, when you see this guy shooting at you, you can easily shoot him down while trying to jump over the shots. When you see the gun fire, that's when you need to jump to safely get over the projectile that he fires off at you. And eventually we'll see the trees and we'll be at the bottom of the pyramid. No. I thought maybe I'd get lightning so I can get the lightning chaser, which would make for a fun weapon to have, but obviously I'm not going to get it. And by shooting these wasp nets, you'll cause wasps to shoot out, but you can eventually destroy the nest. And of course you want to avoid that arm. By the way, down C lets you slide, and double tapping C lets you do a dive. And there's a Pinky Roadster. There's this guy who's firing shots at you. You want to avoid them. Using the slide really helps to avoid some shots. And having the chaser equipped makes this a lot easier. Usually I have just the one chaser equipped, but since I have two, I can just easily keep both of them equipped, and I can just stay under the undercarriage, which is the main weak point for this thing. And I can just shoot at bombs. I can duck when I need to, like right here, for instance. And I can just keep aiming upwards at this thing. And there we go. Nearly died there, but that's okay. Thankfully, continues are infinite in this game, so don't give up in case you're having a hard time with this game. And by being the Pinky Roadster, we get our first gem. Man, my explanation of everything was all over the place because I didn't know what things I was going to get as far as weapon pickups were concerned. I knew when the health pickups were going to show up. Those are always the same no matter what. But you never know what pickups for the weapons you might have. I mean, I got double chaser and lucked out on that. I was expecting maybe to get like a lightning or something, but that didn't happen. And I know I probably didn't explain all the controls. I'll definitely do that when the time comes. When the situations call for it. I know the commentary was all over the place, but this is a pretty wild game that at the same time is very much accessible to just about anybody. I mean, you give it a couple minutes, you can see why people love this game so much. And needless to say, if you thought the first stage was interesting, well, just you wait, because when we go into the underground mine, you're gonna see some pretty wild bosses. And some pretty wild action, too. Speaking of the underground mine, that's where we're going to go in the next video. Again, apologies if my commentary was just everywhere, especially for a first video. But this game, like my commentary, is all over the place, and it's just this strangely organized chaos that works so well. And I think it's because of that organized chaos that this game is remembered like it is. So, join me next time. I might as well do the intro now because I don't know what else I have left to say. I don't know if there is anything left to say. Join me next time where we go to the underground mine and try to find another gem. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!